Hello, parents, guardians, and caregivers. If you're watching this video, your daughter or son probably has me as their marketing teacher for the fall semester here at Cocalico High School. My name is David Leffler. This is my email here. My email is open pretty much every morning from about 6 a.m. until about 3 p.m. After those hours, because I have 3 children who enjoy monopolizing my time, I'm really not online or doing any sort of school-related stuff. But during the school day, or if you hit me with a question after 3 o'clock, I'm typically going to respond to you before 7 o'clock the next morning. On the weekend, I will get back to you probably very early on Monday morning. But do not hesitate to ask or message me with anything, because I typically get back to you fairly quickly, especially during the school day. And we are at a point in the semester where I'm starting to reach out to parents, some for really good reasons. I like giving shout outs to students who are performing well in class, or just a really nice young individual. And on the flip side of that, it's at the point of the year where we've been here for over 4 weeks now, and when I'm seeing students not handing in work, I need to make sure that they know that if this continues, it's going to be a struggle to pass the class. And then I reach out to the parents or guardians at home just to make sure they're not surprised when they see a grade for their son or daughter when the marking period comes to an end. And I'll talk more about grades later on. What we cover in marketing are some general just basics, the 4 P's of marketing, the marketing mix, and things like that. Why people market, and what is marketing. When I ask the students the first day of class, I look around and they're wearing Nike logos, or they'll have some type of band or sports brand on their shirts and shorts and sneakers. I'm saying they're basically walking billboards, and everywhere you look, you see brands and things like that, and that essentially is marketing. And I'll ask them to look at a couple images. They'll see the Nike swoosh, they'll automatically know that that's Nike, or they'll see the silhouette of Mickey Mouse's face and ears, and they automatically know that's Mickey Mouse. And I say, marketing has worked on you. They brainwashed you. Nike's very good at that. Disney's very good at that. A lot of companies are very good at marketing, and that's why people know a lot about their products. Strategic planning, we talk about all the background work that goes into a new marketing plan or a new product or service that's being released, all the testing that's done, all the studying that's done, and a lot of the back end or background stuff that most people don't know about. Then we get into the consumer behavior. What drives people to buy product A versus product B? Why would a consumer pay 20% more for that brand when they can get the same quality for another brand? Is it a status symbol? Or is the economy impacting their purchasing decisions, and a whole bunch of other things that make people buy stuff or decide not to buy stuff anymore? Then we get into how companies will segment groups of people, and then they'll break those segments into certain target markets based on demographics. And from there, they will try to position their products to get their product in front of the appropriate audience's time or eyes at specific times. And I mention a lot of kids stuff because my kids always are watching TV, and I give them examples. Well, you wouldn't see this type of product advertised during a Disney station, and you wouldn't see this type of product advertised when most kids should be in bed, and things like that. Developing and managing products, we talk about existing products that have been, for example, I think one of the easiest examples to use is the iPhone. I've lost track of where we are with the iPhone. My iPhone is a dinosaur. I think it's a 5, but I refuse to trade it in or buy a new one because it works perfectly fine. I asked the students what's the latest one out there, and I believe the 12 is being released. And for some reason, people feel the need that they must have 4 cameras on a phone. I'm not sure why, but I'm sure there's good reasoning. And if there's not good reasoning, marketing will make it sound like you need to have 4 cameras working on your phone. Public relations, social media, and sponsorships. Public relations is a major part of not just businesses, but schools and really individuals themselves. Social media has so many positive aspects about it, and everybody knows it has so many negative aspects about it. And we talk about the sponsorship deals that go along with people who are in the spotlight: athletes, celebrities, politicians, YouTubers, TV personalities, and the list goes on and on and on, and why companies are willing to throw truckloads of money at these well-known faces because they feel that they connect with a huge part of the population, and they will purchase the products based on because they enjoy this or that person, because it's their favorite baseball team, their favorite actress or actor, or YouTuber or TV personality. Then we kind of just get out and talk a little bit about international global marketing. I like showing some videos of fast food franchises across the country. And as Americans, sometimes I think we feel that because we like it, the rest of the world will like it. And when I show them these videos, they're very interested in seeing what is sold in McDonald's in Germany or China or Asia, or how can a McDonald's in India not serve a burger, and things like that, because that does exist. And it's interesting to see some of the expressions on the kids' faces when they see some of the products that are sold in Subways and McDonald's and Burger Kings and any fast food franchise you can think of across the globe. And the last one, it kind of ties the whole course together, where we talk about almost every step of the marketing plan. And there's anywhere from 12 to 20, depending on where you look. But we develop marketing plans and look at marketing plans of successful ones and ones that have failed over the past. And then the kids will do a project on a marketing plan for an existing product and kind of build on that. How their grades are broken down. We have the 8 units that I just discussed, and each unit has one major test. I would say that test scores count for about 60% of the overall grade. Computer projects, that's the other chunk. That probably accounts for about 35%, 40% of it. There is some homework assignments. I don't assign a lot of homework for this class. It's typically current articles related to marketing, and I'll ask them to respond to it or answer a couple questions. They can earn extra credit through Kahoot reviews, that I do a couple times a week, and I usually do them 1 or 2 consecutive days before a test. In a class size of about 20, I reward a couple of extra credit points to maybe the top 3 or 4 kids who scored on the Kahoot. With my due dates, I'm very flexible. Sometimes I think I'm a little bit too flexible. But for example, let's say a project was due today and the student did not submit it. I usually give them about a 1 or 2 buffer day time or grace period. And at that time, I will then enter a 0 in Power School for that. But I do stress to them, and I'm stressing to you also, that a 0 for a project only becomes permanent once the marking period is over. So that means if they didn't hand something in today, they still can hand it in up until the last day of the marking period and earn some credit for it. Not full credit, but I stress to them, any number is better than a 0. So understand that if you see a 0 in your son or daughter's Power School grade for a certain project, they have an opportunity to remove that 0 with another number. Our daily game plan goes like this. I will go to Schoology every morning, or maybe a half hour, 45 minutes before class starts, and I will put the same update in 2 places. First, I will go to updates over here, and I will post what we're going over in school for the day. For today, there was an assigned Kahoot that the students had to check in and take. It was a review for today. I also send this exact same thing using my course options, send message. I think most students check this, and I'll put the same thing in here with the date attached to it, and I'll send it out to them. That way, they have 2 ways of accessing what we're going over in school. And a lot of my in-class students will also check this out. PowerPoints, if I'm going over new content in class, I will put those particular slides out on Schoology so the students can keep on task with us from home by just filling out the unit outlines that they downloaded from Schoology. Kahoot reviews, I talked about that already. We'll do a couple of those a week. Project work time. I like the kids to have at least 30 or 40, sometimes 45 minutes during class to work on current projects. It gives them the opportunity to ask me questions if something's unclear or if they can't figure out some type of software function program. I can usually fix it for them pretty quickly, but it is ample amount of time for them to get all their work done. Google Meets in October. I'm going to start doing some Google Meets during the week. So far, the questions I've gotten from my online students, there haven't been many, which I think is a good sign, I think. But I am going to start doing Google Meets maybe for like 10 minutes, 15 minutes every class, just so my students at home, if they have a particular question where they don't feel like typing it out on Schoology, they can ask me directly. Some days I will require it, but I will make sure that I am online for them live, probably 10 to 15 minutes every class during the day. Sometimes it will go longer than that, and there will be other days where it won't be as long as that. Maybe just a 5-minute window. Hey, if you got any questions, check in. I will be here available. And if not, message me with any type of questions. All right. That's it. If you have any questions for me, again, there's my email. During the school day, I am usually very quick to respond. After 3 o'clock and before 6 in the morning, I'll get to you as soon as I can. Take care. Be well, and so far, thank you very much. Both all your sons and daughters have been very respectful and just quality young people in class so far. Take care.